Welcome back to Crystal Wellness Studio, and we are in the first week of October. Today is October 4th, and we have had all of our barrels running for a full week, and now we're going to see how they're progressing. So we're going to start with a combined barrel, which has our Zebra Jasper, our Yellow Jasper, and our Serape Jasper. Because they're all Jaspers and they're all a MOHS Hardness 7, they can all run together. And that kind of takes up less barrels, less grit, etc. So this Serape Jasper has been running since August 8th. It's been like 2 full months in 60-90 grit. And it still has, as you can see here, let's get that light over here. It still has some imperfections. Right in here. And I think what we're just going to have to do is accept that it's going to have imperfection. It's going to have inclusions. So we're going to move this to medium and hope for the best. Yeah. And the rest of it, it's just so smooth. All the sharp edges are gone. There's just those couple of little places that I was hoping. And now it's starting to undercut. You can see that in here, starting to undercut. So it's time to move it forward. This really undercut quite badly. And I might, as I suggested last week, I might split this stone because of this deep place here. Oh, that looks so nice. I mean, there's still a little tiny spot here. And I think what we'll be able to do, let's move this light in here. What we'll be able to do is hopefully medium will fix that. Yeah. I'm just not willing to keep this in coarse any longer. We're going to hope medium will take out some of these blemishes at this point. Okay, some of the Yellow Jasper. Well, let's see. Oh, it's Serape. See, there's some pitting right in here. Looks like more pitting. I mean, at this rate, I think I could keep it in course for its lifetime, and it's not going to get any better. I don't know. I'm going to set it aside and I'm going to think about it. The Yellow Jaspers are doing quite nicely. This one can move on. See, there's just these little tiny imperfections. And the Yellow Jasper's been running also since August 8th, and today's, October 4th? It looks like a chip just came out of it. But I'm wondering if medium would fix these little bits. And we're going to put it to medium because we're going to experiment with it, and we're going to see just how much medium will fix imperfections. I don't know. There's a little spot there. I mean, these things are just so close to being beautiful. So the worst thing that can happen is I put it in medium and it doesn't do the job, and then I take it back a stage. Oh. Yeah, this one's just a problem child. That's just a problem. Some indent. Yeah, and there's that. The rest of the stone's really beautiful. Okay, some of the zebra. That still feels rough to the finger. Oh goodness, that's not a happy spot at all. That could just be a bad stone. Nope, this has got a lot of rough spots. Now the Zebra Jasper has only been running since September 13th, so it's only completed its 4th full week. So the Zebra could stand to go in course again. Frankly, if the Zebra's going in course again, so can the Serape Jasper. I can just ride along. Oh, look at the pretty pink in there. This feels good enough to go to medium. That side. Now I am not convinced this is Zebra Jasper. I think this just got mixed in when the vendor sent it to us. So I'm going to do a little research and figure out what this is. It's really pretty. So we might have a 4th kind of Jasper in here. That has a rough spot. Most definitely not Zebra Jasper. Maybe it's snakeskin. I have some snakeskin. I could check it against that. But it's in the rough stage. This is a cool piece. I like the shape of it. Alright, to keep these videos shorter, I'm going to inspect the rest of these off camera. Oops. Oh, no, that was just a piece of that. So I'm going to inspect the rest of these off camera, and we're going to move on to the next barrel, just so we can keep these videos shorter. And we're also going to go through the ceramic media and find little pieces that are no longer serviceable. So, serviceable, not serviceable. Okay, that's it for the Yellow Jasper, the Zebra Jasper, and the Serape Jasper for this week. Okay, let's get our next barrel. Okay, we have done our separation, and these are the ones that are ready to move forward to medium. And these are the chips we found in the barrel. So we've got our Zebra. These are all Zebra. These are 2 little ones from the Yellow Jasper, and then this is from the Botswana. This big piece here is because I did end up breaking that stone that we had talked about earlier. I did crack it. So I put the cracked pieces back in the barrel, and we're good to go. So yeah. So we're going to get that barrel running, and we'll be back with our next set of stones. Alright, here we are with our Labradorite. We have gone through all of our ceramic media and pulled out our chips, and we've put them in our little baggie for our Labradorite chips, so that can set aside for another project. And then here is our stones that have gone through 1 week of the 4670 Super Coarse Grit. And this gave it a really good jump start, so it won't have to spend quite as much time in 6090. That's my theory. So as you can see, still quite rough, but also a lot of the edges are smoothed out. So we're gonna rerun these for 1 week in 6090 grit. Oh, isn't that lovely? I was a little worried when I put these in last week with the 4670 that they'd whittle away to nothing. But it did exactly what I wanted it to do, so I'm pretty darn pleased. So, a little flash on that one. The Labradorescence is what it's called. Ooh, isn't that pretty? A little rainbow. Very interested to see what these are going to look like next week. We did not lose a lot of mass, which I'm very, very pleased about. And again, I was pretty darn worried with this 4670 grit that I'd lose a lot of mass. But yeah, all of these are definitely, I mean, there's no pulling anything out for medium. These are all definitely going to need, you know, the 60-90 stage. Oh, look at that little purple. So there's a lot here. We're not going to waste a lot of video time on inspecting these because it's going into course. So there's no, you know, we're not going to split the batch. We're not going to anything like that. We're just looking for any huge detrimental problems that I'm seeing. Nothing. I'm seeing everything looks fairly normal. You know, just it needs some more shaping, and that's what the 60-70 is going to do. Okay, Labradorite. Oh. Has some nice sized pieces. Yeah, a good variety of sizes. It's drying quite a bit here. Alright, we will get this barrel is going to go through a wash stage to get rid of all the 4670 grit that might be left over. And then after that wash stage, we're going to put it in 60-90 grit. Okay. We will be back with this next week. Okay. See you soon. Alright, we're back with Unakite, and it ran 1 week in the 4670 super coarse grit, and we're going to take a look at it and see how it lasted. It looks like it did pretty well. It shaped it down quite nicely, but I mean there's still a lot of work that needs to be done, but a lot of the super sharp edges are all gone, and we did have a little bit of chipping, but not bad. And we're going to run it in the 4690, or excuse me, the 6090 grit this week. And oh, look at the colors on that. Isn't that awesome? But as you can see, it needs a lot, and this is a wet, of course, but I mean, look at how it needs to move along. Isn't it pretty? The pink is almost a peachy color, which, you know, I like peaches better than pinks, but this is a good stone for the heart chakra. Chakra? I don't know. It's your pronunciation. Because it has both the green and the pink in it. Because both green and pink stones are good for that one. Oh, look at this. This is so cool. Now, the green in Unakite is epidote. And the pink, or this peachy color, is feldspar. And it grows naturally together like this. And I found a lot of this, not this particular batch, but I did find some Unakite on a beach in Lake Superior. And I might dig it out and add a piece to this when it goes to medium. Because it you know, the lake sand worn it, and it doesn't really need to go into a coarse grit. So this is really kind of cool. Big chip. Now we did, I mean, this has chipped some, but just for some reason, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like there's going to be a lot of chipping going forward. I don't know. It's definitely going to 60-90. So this is almost all epidote. Little tiny bit of feldspar. I would probably sell this as epidote instead, you know, if I was going to sell these instead, or I would use it in the crystal healing and whatever. I'd use it as definitely as an epidote, because I mean it just doesn't have enough feldspar to be considered a Unakite. Unakite. Again, a lot of these pronunciations depend on your accent. I mean, depend on where you're from. And I'll be the first to admit I mispronounce a lot of things. And I'm alright with that. I'm just a person. Oh, I'm really excited about these. These are so cool. Look at that. Here's another one, or that might be that same one that's all epidote. The little one, all epidote. So yeah, all these little babies. What a cool shape that one is. Almost like a little crown. Yeah. So, let me get that all ready. And here's some chipping. And of course, we save our chips for different other projects. Let's see what we have here. Let's just go through, roll these little beauties. And let's look for more chipping. Like right here, over here on the edge, there's a chip. There's a really super tiny chip. And even though this is going into coarse, I don't want to put those in there. I don't want to waste those chips and grind them down to nothing. And I don't want them to scratch anything either. So I take my time and I do this for every single barrel. It's really a lot of tender loving care that goes into these. I will go into more of that on another video. So let's just see if we can find any more chips. Oh, yes we can. There's another one. It's always when you think you're done and there's nothing left, that you found them all, that you do one more pass and you find another little tiny piece. Just like this one. Alright, we are going to run this through a wash cycle because it was in 4670 grit. And once I wash it, I'm going to do another inspection to make sure anything didn't chip further. And then we will charge the barrel with the 6090 coarse grit. I've already got the barrel labeled for what we're going to be doing. So last week was 927, it was a 4670, and now it's 10.4, and it's going to be 6090. But first, it's going into a wash cycle. And in our wash cycle, I just put a couple tablespoons of draft, which is just a really, chemical-free laundry detergent that's not going to damage, with chemicals, the stones. And we're going to run this 2 or 3 times till the water runs clear, and the purpose is to get rid of the slurry from the previous grit. We don't want any cross-contamination. So we are all set. Put the lid on this and get it on the tumbler so it can start its wash cycle. Alright, we'll be back with the next one in a moment. Here we are with our Amazonite, you pick your pronunciation. It's been running in 6090 coarse grit since August 25th. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 complete weeks, 6 complete weeks. And we're gonna inspect it and see if it's ready to move on to medium yet. Hallelujah, I think we have a couple. That looks like a chip. That's just a natural indent, and that's a pit, and that's a pit. That's definitely a pit, so that's a no. Oh, I think this is my favorite one. It's so pretty. I think it's finally ready to go to medium. This is still a little rough, but I think the medium will fix that. What are we here? No. It's just a little rough to the finger. That feels like a fracture line. I don't know. I'm gonna put that one aside. Yeah, this is a no. I think that's one we just did. That's a no. Alright, we're gonna put no's back in the barrel so we don't get it mixed up with our yeses. I think that's a yes. Still feeling a little slurry on my fingers on this. Slurry off. See, there's still a little grit. These didn't get rinsed as well as they should have. That's a no. It's definitely a no. God, you know, I could break that in half. And I did. That's how soft this stone is. Oh, bummer. Well, back in the barrel it goes. That medium. Oh, there's a chip. Set that aside. I think medium would smooth that out. We're going to try it. If it doesn't, I can always put it back in coarse. Do you want any more of this? I do. I think I'm going to put it into. I don't know. Cute little one. It's a chip that rounded. It's big enough to use. Close. Boy, these just really have a lot of grit still on them. That can go to medium for sure. And these are the two that has this little yellow inclusion, which I'm saying is pyrite, and that's just a lazy person's guess. I just haven't gone and researched it. If you know, feel free to put it in the comments. Save me a trip to researching. I don't know. I can go a little more. Alright, let's look. Oh, chip. The thing I like about this color is that it stands out so easily. So, you know, we've got these two microscopic chips here. And here's another one. And that's it. Okay, 3 little chips. The rest of this goes back into 60/90, and it's really, there's like nothing in this barrel. So, I'm a little concerned about that. I think I'm going to put some more in here that I had left over. Because we need to fill this barrel. It's either that or set this aside completely, because this barrel's not going to have enough of anything. I mean, it's mostly ceramic media. That's like a quarter full. Like, not even half. It's like a quarter full. So, here's our Amazonite leftover. And this is it in the rough stage. And here is that yellow, and I swear that's pyrite. Now we need to know if Amazonite and pyrite grow together and grow near each other to know if that's true. I'm hanging on to this piece just to make sure. This is lovely. So it's got some more of that yellow in it. Some of the host rock, host crystal. Yeah, we're dumping these in here. All of these are going in. All but this one. Now, we're about half full now. And we will get this charged and ready to go. It was in 46, excuse me, it was in 60/90 last week, so we're going to keep it in the 60/90, and we'll just put today's date. And charge this barrel up, put it on. Yeah, these maybes can go back in here too. I'm going to add a little tiny bit more ceramic media. And on it goes. Alright, we'll be back with our next one. Alright, we're back with our Tiger's Eye, both blue and gold. There's a lot more gold than blue in this particular batch. This is a beautiful blue piece. Feels lovely, and it is ready to move forward to medium. Hooray! So I have a little bucket over here that I'm putting medium in to give it a little wash until it's ready to actually run in medium. And I'm collecting chips here, excuse me, to put in this little baggie of chips that we're holding for later. And anything ready for coarse or staying in coarse is going in this barrel, and then anything ready for medium is going to go into this water bath over here. Now I do have over here somewhere Tiger's Eye that is ready for medium from the last batches. So we've been holding it out, getting it to where it's all ready to go together. So let's take a look and do a really nice inspection, because I think this one's also ready. Hooray! Oh, finally. Now Tiger's Eye's been running in 60/90 course since April 12th. Today is October 4th. So that's been, what, 5 weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and today's the 4th, so it's been 7 weeks it's been running in course. Holy cow. Okay. This is, let's dry it off. And you can see it's got a lot of rough still right there. See that? That's not smooth. I don't want that to move forward. The rest of the stone is fine, so into the barrel it goes. Oh, if it wasn't for that, it would be ready for medium. But you know what? I'm going to put it in medium, and we'll see if medium grit, which is a 120, 220, we'll see if that'll smooth that out any. If it doesn't, it can always go backwards. I just don't want to get in that habit of settling. You know what? I'm not going to get in that habit of settling. Where did it go? There, we're not going to settle. It's just got a little bit right there. A little bit right there. I really want this tiger's eye to be perfect. It's such a pretty stone. Why, you know, be distracted when you're meditating with a piece of tiger's eye by the little teeny imperfections? Why concentrate on that when you could be concentrating on everything else that the stone has to offer? Just a little bit right there. Yeah, pretty. This one I'm putting back in, even though it's smooth enough to go forward to medium, because it just feels like it's losing its flash, and maybe we just need to grind it down to the next level. Or I could just be crazy. Medium it goes. Let's see. See that? Oh, back it goes. That might just chip off and become a chip for us. Wow, I thought more of this would have been ready to go. It's about half and half. See, all of this pitting was really super bad last week. And it's coming along much better. One more week should hopefully, fingers crossed. That's our mantra, isn't it? One more week, one more week. This is a really cool piece, and it's actually ready. And of course I say that, and what happens? I find that. Let's see if we get the camera to focus. It's going to medium. Hope, you know, it just is. These are coming out in the garbage because I don't want to pass on those cracked ones. Not the stone, that little piece of ceramic media. Just a little bit. Feels lovely so far. But then we've got that divot. Alright, this stone is perfect except for here. And it's perfectly smooth, it's just an indentation. So it's going to go forward. That will go forward. That has a pit right there. Huh. The rest of the stone's really good except for that pit. And that pit's a little rough. I don't know if we can actually get... Yeah, we're going to try it. I didn't know if we could actually get grit in there to smooth it. Ooh, isn't that lovely? And that's ready to go. It's a tiny one, but it sure packs a punch. Oh, it's going to medium. On the fence, but I've got stuff still going so it can go. Alright. Let us look for more chips. Here's one here. So here's our 2 chips so far. I think that was it. It was just those 2 chips, and then we've got some chips, some broken pieces of ceramic media. Broken pieces of ceramic media are coming out. So this is all we have left. About 1/3 of a barrel, 4 course. I have some red tiger's eye that I could put in here, and I think I will. Grab the red tiger's eye and put it in there, and we'll start running it with the remainder here. Make good use of the barrel, and we get to start something sort of new. Alrighty, be right back. I take that back. We're gonna run more blue. I had more blue on the shelf, so let's run these great big blue pieces that we set aside because they were too big. So let's just pop those in the course. Nice. So I don't know if I can really run too much more. Yeah, that's about all I think I can run safely in here. So we'll still have a couple pieces left, but I can pull these chips out. Let's pull these chips out and put them in our bag. Might as well since we're in here. So instead of running the red, which we'll do in a separate batch, we can pick up the leftover blue. Yeah. Okay. Tiger's eye chips can be put aside. So don't do that till next week. We can put the rest of this back in the barrel. I really scraped myself up pretty good this week. Okay. This is why I usually put this stuff on a separate towel, then I can just pick the towel up and makes it a lot easier. Picking up all these little irritating tiny pieces. Oh, not that one. Alright, now we are definitely at half. I could crack these, make them smaller. I'm not going to. Just gonna leave it in here. We'll run them when we run the red. Okay. Let's move forward. We're gonna run this with 60-90. 1, 2, 3. Add water. That's enough. Probably too much. Let's put the lid back on. This part goes so fast. Washer, the knurl nut. Tiger's eye dirt off the barrel. Label the barrel. 10-4. And this is still the 60-90. Got lazy last time and just wrote course. Okay, this one is ready to go, and we will see you in a moment with the next barrel. Alright, we're back with Peach Aventurine. It has been in coarse grit 60-90 for 3 full weeks. Well, 1 week, 2, yeah, 3 full weeks. It's coming along really nicely. There's still some places on here, right here, that could be smoothed out some more. That's the fingernail goes pretty deep in that one. That needs to be worn away a bit more. How pretty these colors are. This was really a nice batch. A little bit of yellow in there. Just that little divot. I think this is going to have to run one more week, but it is so close. So close. Peach Aventurine. Lovely, lovely stone. Yeah, it's going to need one more week. These little tiny beauties. Or maybe not. This particular one might be ready to move forward. You could put it in the bath water and give it another look. Oh, look how pale this one is. Isn't that beautiful? It's really pretty. But it's got some rough spots on this edge and a little bit one on that one, so we're going to let it go one more week. Definitely one more week on this one. Wow, just these little tiny pieces, these little tiny pits that are keeping it from moving forward. That looks like slurry. Could be host rock. Doesn't appear to be coming off, so host rock. Oh, this is lovely. Look at the pattern. You see the pattern in that? That's ready for medium. What about this dark orange one? Let's say it's ready. This is a no. It is not ready. A no, but halfway. Really super cool shape. Could benefit for a little bit more. Almost looks like a guitar pick. How lovely that is. And it's ready. So good, we did have a couple of pieces ready to move forward this week. And as you've seen from previous, we separate the batches. We will set them aside till the remainder catches up with it. It's actually ready. Oh, not ready. Beautiful. Ready. Not ready. Not ready. Found a little chip, set it aside. Not ready. Alright, so it's going back for another week, of course. So let's just put these in the barrel here. Let's look for our chips. Aha. There's another one. Oh, I just had it. Got stuck and rolled onto another. Where'd it go? There is one. I don't think that's the one I was looking for. This is why we roll it. Because it can, you know, with the water and everything, it can stick. Oh, maybe that was it. No. See what I mean by sticking? It just stayed on there. There. Now I think I've got all the little pieces. And then we can recharge this barrel and let it go for another week. Okay, we will see you with the next barrel. Alright, our Botswana Agate. This feels like it's been running forever because it's been going since August 8th and it's now October 4th and it's still in 60-90 grit. This stuff is like my nemesis. While beautiful, it takes bloody forever. As you can see, there's still a lot of pitting. A lot of pitting. This agate is really beautiful. It's a lot of pitting. So it's going for one more week because, you know, what the hell. At this juncture, we'll never see it finish. Not true. This just makes, you know, for patience. None of it is ready. I mean, I can see from a quick, you know, visual scan that it all has lots of still, you know, pitting and things like that left to go. I'm super tempted to put it in 46-70 grit, but I don't want to ruin it. Damnation. None of it's ready. Alright, Agate. I don't know if I'll ever run Botswana again. Cute. Okay, it's like I'm not even gonna bother. I know it hasn't chipped all the way through. So it's just, I know it all has little bits of pitting, or, you know, that has to get fixed. As you can see, there's no chips in the ceramic media. So we're gonna let this run for one more week, which is like, you know, our standard mantra forever. Take out these two broken pieces of ceramic media. And we're going to charge this barrel and put it back on the tumblers. Alrighty, we'll be back with the next one. Okay, we're back with our Snowflake Obsidian. And it has been sitting in 60-90 course since September 13th. Today's October 4th, so that's 4 full weeks. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 full weeks in 60-90, and let's see if it's ready to move forward. It's looking really beautiful, and that one is a yes. So that will be going on to medium. This one will be going on to medium. Let's see what we have here. You see these beautiful patterns? Oh, that's a maybe. That's a no. That's going to go back in the barrel. When we put them back in the barrel, they're going back into coarse. When we set them aside, they're going ahead to medium. And then we'll decide which we have more of. But we just don't want to get them mixed up. Oh, so lovely. These are turning out just perfect. Look at those beautiful patterns. Ooh. You got a scrape right across here. It might be a fracture line. Let's see. Dry this off. sometimes when we dry it off, we can see the imperfections better. Towel. You can see it drying on the surface. Look at that nice matte shine that it has, and it's only been, you know, a few weeks in course. And it still has all the others to go through. Now this is a softer stone, so I think medium will take care of little imperfections like that. And there's another one. It won't move forward. So interesting to see all the different shapes that these stones tumble into. Oh, it's just lovely. I think we're having more head to medium than we are stay behind. Hope I didn't just jinx it. Exciting if this can move forward. Look at that. So then there's this right here, which I don't know if medium will take out or if it needs another week in rough. So we're going to set it aside. It does look like we lost some mass this week. These are looking a lot smaller. However, I don't really remember how big they were last week. I'll have to look at the video. They all start to run together. See, like there's just these little pieces. I think I'm going to run that to medium and see if it comes out. The worst thing that happens if medium doesn't take that little scratch out is to put it back in rough. So it's really, you know, it's not the end of the world. There's a pit in that one. These are so darn close. It's like, just how much of a perfectionist do you want to be? Oh, look at that. That's a grit catcher. So this Snowflake Obsidian is moving quite quickly. I'm pretty happy with it. I would definitely run this again. This would definitely be a stone I would do again. It brings a lot of pleasure when it comes out really well, really quickly. It just has that little scrape. One there. There's a scratch there. That scratch would come out in medium. This is a little fracture line. Oh, one more week. Well, I think most of it's ready to go to medium. There's only a couple pieces that are really staying back. Oh, see, there's a lot on this one. This whole corner needs work. There's a little bit on the back side. Had to say it out loud, didn't I? Jinx it. I think that will stay also. Alright, let's look and see if we have any chips. We have a hair, not a chip. Okay, I'm not seeing any chips, and I don't see a lot of really damaged small ceramic media. So I think we don't need to throw anything out for this one. So this is all we have left to move forward in course. And this is what we have left to move forward to medium. So guess what? We're going to run it in medium, and we're going to hold the coarse stuff for something else it can run with. Pretty cool. So this is going to get a good wash, both by toothbrush, and I'm going to wash it through a wash cycle with Dreft. And then we will move it to our medium 120-220 stage. Yay! We love progress. Alright, we'll be back with the next barrel shortly. Alright, we're back with our quartz, clear quartz crystals. It's been 3 weeks in coarse 60-90, and we're going to see how it's looking, if it can move on to medium. This is still pretty rough down here. This one's pretty rough. It's just at the bases. The rest of it seems really good. See, it's just these bases that are rough. So I think maybe one more week in rough will do, or in coarse grit will do. Can you see those? Yeah. It's kind of hard to see these clear stones. But all that on the bottom needs to be smoothed out. Yep. One more week. One more week and it should be ready to move to medium with any luck at all. Yeah, there's just a lot. It seems to be where all these crystals grew out of their matrices. Where they were chipped off from the matrix is where it's really rough. Because where the points were is really nice and smooth. That one is so close. Since I believe quartz is a MOHS 7. Pretty hard stone. They just look like little ice cubes, don't they? So cool to see. It's like just these things right here. Sides feel alright. Just, this is probably the only one that could move forward, except we've got this one mark right there. So since we're running it, we might as well. So I did find one little chip, and let's see if we can find any more. Because we know that the chips are bad news, even in the rough stage. Ooh. It's a big chip. I think that was it. And every time I say I think that's it, I always go over it one more time just to make sure. And I'm not seeing any bad ceramic media, so we're good there. And I don't think I have one for quartz. Nope, so we're gonna make this little baggie. I'm gonna reuse it, and we're going to say quartz chips. And we are going to put these two in here. We'll add that to our chip project bucket. We will take the ceramic media Put it back in our container. And we are going to recharge this barrel for one more week in the 6090 coarse grit. So this is a tiny little barrel, so we only need 1.5. This is our little barrel. For some odd reason, I really like these little tiny barrels. It's a little too much water, but that's okay. And that's how it's recharged. Just put more grit in there, seal it up, put the washer on, grab the barrel nut. It's KN-URL. It's such a weird name to me. I don't want it so tight. Check for a leak. Update the tag. This is our Quartz. Still in 6090. Today is 10/4. Put it on the barrel, or put it on its tumbler. Okay. We are going to move on to our next one, which is Amethyst. Yay, Amethyst. Let's check how these pieces are doing. Spill it out onto our little towel here. Let's see if we have any chips. See any chips in here? I don't either. Take another look off camera. Nope, it's fine. Okay. Let's take a quick peek for amethyst chips. And fingers crossed, I'm not seeing any. There is some ceramic media that's starting to really get thin, like that one. There's one I don't want to move forward. So ceramic media will get thrown out once it gets, you know, all chopped up. So what I like is that you know, we can see it. I know there's another piece I missed. I didn't come back. Okay, we're seeing, this is pretty good. This is good enough. Put all that back in the barrel. Now let's take a look at these beauties. What's going on? Amethyst has been in 6090 grit, I don't know, forever. I don't even have it on the board. How do I not have it on the board? I do not have it on the board. Huh. What's the barrel say? 921? So 3 weeks? As you can see, these great big pieces need a lot of smoothing and shaping still. And this one's a nightmare. Just really beat the hell. Yeah, these are going in for another week of 6090 grit. I mean, my goodness, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. This little one looks like it had a chip come out of it, but we didn't see any chips, so it may have come from the week before. Still needs work. This is really pale. It's really nice. Yep, just needs a lot of shaping. Even this tiny one needs shaping. Okay. So our Amethyst went really quick this week because it needs more course. Nothing to separate, nothing to do other than recharge the barrel and mark up all of our journals. What a beautiful deep color. What a beautiful deep color. Yep. Okay. So, let's recharge this. Oh goodness, we go through an awful lot of 6090 grit. So this is a small barrel, and we only need 1.5 tablespoons, because it's in a 1.5 container. Add some water. And I'm going to add less water, so it's a more soupy mix, a little slurry. And we'll see if that moves the grit around more. Alright, I had a lid when I started this adventure. Make sure that's seated well. Dry it off some. And we're going to adjust this. Just 10, 4. Put it on the tumbler. Alright, we are moving on to Howlite. It has been in 6090 grit for 3 weeks. And it is looking beautiful. There's a couple little pits there. And this is a softer stone. So what's going to happen here? I don't know if I should leave this in coarse for 1 more week or just happily move forward to medium. So there's just enough. But I want to hang on to it. And it doesn't feel super smooth. So I think this is going to continue. Yeah, so there's that whole chip that came out last week. It's smoothing over, but it still needs work done to it. So I think the Howlite is going to go 1 more week in course. And I'm okay with that because I really want these to be smooth and stunning. Because we use these a lot as calming stones, and we don't want to be feeling rough edges on our calm stones. That one was almost ready for medium. This one, both of these are really ready for medium. Let's take one look at them again. So, is there any reason this should stay? Let's dry it. This towel's too wet. Any reason this should not move to medium? That's a medium. What about this little guy? It's wet. I have a lot more Howlite. That's the reason why it's staying. So we'll be running this again sometime. I wonder if that would come out in medium grit. Just, where did it go? Looks like a fracture line. It's really just a grain. I'm gonna dry my fingers. I think that's alright for medium. Now it's got a chip in it. Some pits. Pits. Aww, what's that big one? It's 2 stones that have that. Look at the patterns. They're so pretty. Isn't that funny? It's almost like a snow cap. Some of these have a little tiny bit of yellow streaking in them. I think that's really cool. Oh, I would have said this was ready for medium except for this corner here. See all that? And this one on the end. Really beautiful patterns in Howlite. Now sometimes people dye Howlite, so you got to be careful when you're buying like turquoise, because they'll dye this and call it turquoise, and they're really terrible people for doing that because it's not turquoise. I hate it when people get fooled. So just be careful, do your due diligence when you buy turquoise. It just doesn't feel smooth. Okay, let's take a look for chips. It's kind of hard white on white here. I'm not seeing any chips. Alright, so we're good to go. Let's put these back in the barrel for another run in course. And we don't have very much in here for course. So let's put our ceramic media back in here and look at it again. Oh, we're like a quarter full, maybe a third full. So because we have more Howlite sitting around, I'm going to dig it out and add a few more pieces. It's just going to take a second here to dig it out. So this is our Howlite in the rough. I would like to pick pieces that are going to be able to turn quickly. I don't want like a really big jagged pieces. I want something a little more rounded that can fit in our barrel. If possible. Let's see how we're. Yeah, we can add a few more. I don't want to add anything big because it's nothing overly large. No big ones like this. It'll just take up too much space in the bowl. Alright, let's set this aside. Put this away. We've gotten more of our Howlite. Yeah, that's better. We'll add our water. I'm running out of space here. Back. We have so many beauties to choose from here. Can't wait for more barrels to open up. Okay, another week in 6090. And this is a 3-pound barrel, so we're going to put 3 in here. Let's see, how are we in water? Alright, I'm going to add a little bit more water in here, and then we're going to close this one up, and then we're going to move on to our last barrel, which is our Kambaba Jasper, and it's sitting in polish, so we're excited to see how that's going to work. Alright, we'll be back shortly. Okay, our Kambaba Jasper. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 weeks in polish to get that glassy polish you want, and this is 1 week in aluminum oxide polish, and it's dry, and this is really beautiful, but I think it could go one more week, maybe 2. I really wanted that high glass shine. This is like coming along beautifully right now. Let's grab another stone and take a look at it. The good thing about the polish is you don't have to recharge it. You could just put the stones right back in it. So that's really good news. Oof, look at the shine. 1 week. So all that time we took and all the other stages, this is where it pays off. I'm not crazy about this tip. And I've got a bowl over here for medium. I've been hanging out for another medium, and if I find anything at all wrong with these in polish, I'm sticking them back in the medium, and I'll run it again really quick. Because I want these perfect, because I'm a perfectionist. There might be a chip in here, something scarring, you know, causing little issues. Let's bring the light in here more. The haze you're seeing on there is the slurry from the polish. I didn't, give it a super rinse, just enough to see. See, there's like these little marks. Like that could come out and be a chip. Let's dig down into the bottom and see what's going on here. Oh, lose hair focus. It's shining up really well. This Kambaba Jasper is looking beautiful. Really is. Okay. We're just going to put these back in here, let them continue on. And yay! I'm looking really happy with this. Okay, we will see this. I'm going to clean the rim off really well and put the lid back on and let it run for another week. And hopefully next week it'll either be done or darn close. So thank you for sticking around, and we will see you next week.